found myself grasping at straws, trying to figure out anything and everything to help me, if I can just think through these things, and I realized that I don't have what it takes. I have to rely on the Lord. Hey, it's Michael from Cochren Co, and this is a story about how I found hope in a very dark place in my life. So what should have been a wonderful, beautiful time, and it was in so many ways, but if we rewind to the year of 2015, it's the year that I got married to my wife. It's the year that I graduated college, and it's the year that my wife started a new job, her very first job out of college as a teacher in the public school system, and we bought a house. And all of that sounds awesome, and all of that is awesome. It was such a milestone year for us. But that season came with a bunch of unknowns and a bunch of stress and a bunch of, what are we gonna do now? And looking back, I see that as a major point of deepening of my faith with God. But in the middle of it, I remember signing the papers on our mortgage and then laying in bed that night and going, what have I done? I've ruined our lives. This is so much. How are we gonna, and it was a modest house, but you see all these adult decisions, all these things. Here I am, like a young 20-something-year-old kid just trying to figure this out. And it really was a point when the rubber hit the road in my life. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm supposed to be the man of the house. I'm supposed to be leading my new wife and all these things, but I don't have what it takes. I'm not strong enough. And I began to spiral in those months in that summer to a lot of worry, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, all of which I'm prone to anyways. Maybe all of us are. But I found myself grasping at straws, trying to figure out anything and everything to help me, if I can just think through these things, and I realized that I don't have what it takes. I have to rely on the Lord. And I found myself in the Word more in the summer of 2015 than I'd ever been before in my life. And one particular passage brought me so much hope. And it's been my favorite Bible verse for the past 10 years now. And that is Romans 8:28. We know in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who are called according to His purpose. That's been just a true lifeline for me in my life, because if we believe that to be true, that God really is in control, working all things out for the good of those who love Him, all things means all things, and I can really rest, and I don't have to figure it out. I don't have to have the answers of how all this works out, of how, financial stresses or anything like that. I don't have to know the answers to trust God and to believe that even when it doesn't feel good, it can be good, and God's working something out bigger than what I can see and bigger than the now. So that's how I have found hope